Okay, and we are back with kind of our final last little bit here, probably last interview here for the 24-hour stream. And here with the man, the myth, the legend, Big J5, John Duda. How's it going?
What's up, guys? It's going okay.
So obviously, most people know John, but for anyone that's new that don't tell us your name, what year, what are you studying here at Bethel? Where are you from?
Uh, I'm John from Chicago. I'm a marketing major, and it's my junior year.
Okay, good, good. And so this is kind of tell us a little bit. Obviously we know the big four that came in all at the same time. You know, you and Zach and Alden, and then Jacob. And at one point too, you were kind of on the fence about it, and you guys all decided, hey, if everyone goes, we'll all go. So that first signing day and 3 years ago, kind of first coming in. How has the experience been here in the last 3 years for you?
The experience. So coming in at the beginning, it was more so I was excited. It was like an opportunity for something. I played games my entire life growing up. My dad got me into them, and so like being able to do this for school and like getting a scholarship off of it was a huge opportunity. I couldn't believe it. I'm not gonna lie. I had doubts about it a little bit, and I kind of like hesitated on doing it because I didn't know if I could do it or like something like that. And I had IHOP with my dad before we left. He was saying like you have to take this opportunity. There's not a lot of opportunities you could get like this to do it. So just take it and then see what happens. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but just take the shot. And that's what I did. And now the next 3 years they've been okay. I've looking at some of other Overwatch colleges. I know some of them don't really like focus on education the way we do, and how you always say we're students first and then athletes second, which is I used to think of it like it was kind of annoying and all this and that, but like looking at how other schools are and like knowing some of like the other players and their GPAs and stuff like that, I'm kind of glad that we do it like that, because even if let's say like games and stuff like that don't take off, I always have like a marketing major to look off of, and I could just go back to doing my regular stuff and like my IRL stuff.
Well, and you say that, and that's actually a great a kind of a great response, because just take not only just esports but any sport in general. I mean, you see those enterprise commercials that say, there are so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of college athletes, and only 1% are going to go pro. And so the whole focus is getting that education and taking advantage of the opportunity while you're here and enjoying the game, whatever you're in. But then obviously a goal of, hey, getting a college degree, and because that's something you can always take with you. So kind of this has been there's been challenges at times, and kind of being on your own, and being the independent, and kind of away from home, and then the trying to balance gaming, high level gaming, and classrooms and stuff. So how have you learned in your 3 years now to kind of balance all the different aspects of high-level competitive athletics and school and personal life and everything? What have you learned?
So going into it, I was like feeling great because out of high school, we always had like these long periods and stuff like that, and I had a bunch of time to do stuff. During my like freshman year, settling in was fine. It wasn't really that bad time-wise because I had a set schedule. I had friends and all that, and everything was getting settled. Everybody was still figuring out their schedules and what they wanted to do. Sophomore year, I would say, was kind of the hardest part, because that's where I started realizing, like, okay, everybody has different schedules than freshman year, and it's not going to be the same as it was. You still have this. You got to put esports priority first or second, academics first, and stuff like that, and then the social life, campus life after. Because how our schedules work and our practice work, I miss most of the like campus activities that they do. I can do intramurals and stuff like that, but there's other ways I could do it. There's they do like volleyballs, stuff like that, campus activities, other stuff that I can't attend to go balance out the social life and like the campus life and all that. And then junior year, now I feel like I figured it out. Um, I know when I can and can't do stuff. I have made new friends in like different types of groups. So if I ever want to do something, I know the right people to talk to since I know their schedules and all this and that.
Good. No, that's great. How have you seen, maybe look inside and how have you seen yourself grow as a person? Here, how is, obviously as coaches we're hard on you and stuff like that, but there's times when I put my arm around you, we talk about different things. So how do you feel like this experience has helped you and is helping you grow as a person?
So coming in, I was always like the type of person because at college life, it's like the opportunity to like meet a new people and like do a bunch of things, stuff like that. And I considered it like a traveling thing because when I go traveling, I like to do stuff. I don't want to just like sit at the like hotel or something I'm staying at and just chill there all day. I want to be able to like go do stuff and all that. So freshman year, that's what I always wanted to do. Go out and do stuff, have some fun, like not stay in the house, like stay in the dorm as much. But and that also went into sophomore year. But like now and sophomore year, like towards the end of sophomore year, I was more like appreciating those days where I could just stay in because it's more like a relaxation, like a mental reset and all this and that. Just chill at the dorm, hang out with some buddies, and then just do homework, whatever I got to do.
Good. How on the kind of the academic school side and the professors that you've had and the different people that your mentors and advisors and things like that, how have they helped you and how do you see, so maybe talking to someone who might be interested in Bethel, tell us about like how the professors have been supportive of you.
Professors are really, I think nowadays, I don't, from what I hear about like in the past times, nowadays professors are more understanding and they'll treat you more like actual human beings. So if like you're recently talked to my professor saying that I was going to be like out like the week or whatever, and she was telling me like, oh, hope all is well. Like, hopefully it's not like this or that. And if it is, you might be out till Friday, which if you are, I completely understand like that. So most professors understand that if like something happens, you're sick or whatever and all this and that, but they also give you like a bunch of resources to ask for help. They give you the opportunity to ask for help and all this and that. And what we have here, I know there's a Center for Academic Success. They give you resources to like help manage your time better, which I've used. They give me a personal agenda and all this, and then I write down like all the assignments I have or something like that. Or they just have like a bunch of study groups. There's a bunch of resources that we have here to help us, which I really like.
Good. Zach, obviously you and Zach and Alden kind of came in together, and Zach talked a little bit about over these 3 years how where you guys have been that stable core, and you've had different pieces and different teammates and different roles and stuff. And again, you've mostly played DPS since you've been here, but like this semester, this year now, you switched over to a tank, and Alden switched over to kind of main support. On how is that? And then obviously you got 2 new DPS playing. How is that coming together, and how? I know for you personally, going from a role you feel super comfortable on to a little bit more of a challenging role, but how do you see that working right now?
Well, I want to say this before I actually get into that question. I chose to do tank because I heard it's Alden's last semester, and he mainly plays main support. So when we were trying to figure out who plays tank and all this and that, I figured I just take the hit since it's his last year. He never really got to play the role that he came here for, so I figured I'd just take the hit because tank really does suck right now. But I figured I'd just take the hit, just take one for the team, help him out, let him enjoy his last semester and all this and that. As if it's working right now, it's kind of complicated. We found out some comps that really work for us. Having Zach and Alden on their main roles, especially since how impactful support is in the game, having me on tank, knowing more than what Micah or Nate do, having me on tank is just going to be like one of the best, but like better options and all this and that. And I think it's working really well. We really found what comps work for us. Our ramp comp's really good. We're working on Doom a little bit. But Sig Comp is where we really struggle, but I think we can find ways to work around that, and I think it's working right now.
Good, good, good. If you if you had advice for kids that might be interested in, you know, coming to Bethel and playing esports and stuff like that, maybe what positive things that you've experienced about your Bethel career so far that you would like to share with some people?
Um, People here are very open minded. They are, how do I put this? They're like very uh invitational. I don't know how to word that, but they're like very welcoming and all this and that. To where it's easy to get along with people. You'll find your groove, and Bethel people, like us, you guys are very organized. You guys really know like what time is which and like all this and that. You guys keep it organized and simplified, which is really good. Um, Other than that, if you're coming here to play esports, just make sure you focus on academics more than anything, because you said it yourself multiple times. You could be the best player, but if you don't have good academics, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, good, good. And as you look back on this last 3 years, what have been some highlights? What have been the biggest highlights from the esports team and Overwatch team? What have been some of your biggest highlights?
Definitely the lands that we went to. Arlington was really nice, but what I really liked was the land that started all for us was the land that we had at Bendix.
Okay, that very first one.
Very first one in October, because that's where we started meeting like a lot of like known Overwatch League players before they went Overwatch League. They were like one of the best players and all this and that. Remember Northwood? How we always were intimidated by Northwood. I think like the new Northwood is like Maryville and all that. So having seen players from Northwood like before they went big and all this and that, it was really cool meeting all those different types of Overwatch League pros and all this and that. So I think that's like one of the greatest highlights.
One of the highlights. Awesome, awesome. So last thing, this is just a quick little game. How well you know your teammates?
Okay.
For your Overwatch teammates, best dresser.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd probably say either Zach. I'd probably say Zach or Alden.
Okay.
Zach's got like the good plaid that works with it, and then Alden just dressed super casual.
Worst dresser.
I don't know if I want to do that one. I don't feel comfortable answering that one. That's like a diss of my teammates. I'll take the hit. I'll say I do me. I'm just wearing shorts right now.
That's okay. Most relaxed, most chill.
Definitely Micah.
Micah, all right.
Micah.
Most high strung.
Me or Zach?
Okay.
Me or Zach?
Person that you would go to on a team if you were in trouble.
Zach.
Okay. Role model. Who sets a really good example? And it could be any aspect.
Like any one of my teammates?
Sure.
Say either Alden or Zach.
Okay. Funniest.
Me.
Smartest.
Alden.
Biggest appetite.
Me.
And last, most likely to get yelled at by Coach Jacob.
Ooh, that's a good one. Me or Zach?
You're Zach. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to share about school esports? Shout out to anybody.
If I want to say anything else, I don't know. I guess just stay safe out there, guys. Shout out to my mom and dad. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Glad my dad listened to me when I asked him about getting a PC, because that's how it really started. Had faith in me, so I'll shout him out. Thank him for that. Anything else? I got nothing else.
All right. All right. Well, that is good. That is good. Appreciate you coming on board here. And this was a fun time. Yeah, it was a long 24 hours, but I feel like this could be a highlight. You know, looking 10 years from now, you look back and you're reminiscing. You're talking with teammates, even though you might be in different areas of the country. You're talking, hey, remember that time when we did this? Remember what time when we did that? And that's kind of what it's all about too. So, all right. Well, hey, appreciate it. You can go and finish wrapping up here, and we're almost done.